Welcome back to Doing Learning, folks.
Hello, everybody.
I am hosting tonight, and Michaeler is just kind of here along for the ride. I will not allow him to talk at all, mostly because I'm an expert at this subject. And I don't want him to tread on or cramp my style, I guess. I hope you know that's a complete lie.
You told me not to talk, so go ahead.
No.
You gave me the look like, why aren't you talking?
Yeah, I did.
Because you asked me not to.
I always ponder on myself, like which part of the topic I want to start in, right?
Sure.
Do I want to start with this topic and then like go back, or start
you always
with this?
take me back.
I know, or start here and then be like, well, we're not talking about this, right?
Yeah,
so
you
like,
do that to me. You pull the rug out often.
So I'm just like, I'm gonna go with my gut, and as I always do, and ask, do you know who? I even though I've seen his name like 50,000 times, I always forget it. So I'm just gonna bring it back up. Do you know who Alfred Nobel is?
The guy who would do the Nobel Prize?
Yes.
I am familiar. Yeah.
I think his story is kind of crazy.
Sure.
Because I think that's what most people know him for. Alfred Nobel is
the Nobel Peace Prize guy.
The Nobel Peace Prize guy.
Which maybe some people don't even know that's for a guy.
Yeah, right.
Maybe,
and if you don't, there's point number one of learning tonight. Alfred Nobel is the guy that basically funded and created not only the Nobel Peace Prize, but all of them. The Nobel Prize for Science, for
literature. What are the other ones?
I did have a list of them, but there's 5 of them.
Because that always surprised me, like maybe as a kid or whatever, because they always say, oh, whatever, every year they come out with who won in each category. And I'm like, how are there multiple winners? Like, isn't there a winner? You can't have 5 one winners. Well, you can if they're in different groups.
And yeah, exactly. So the 5 categories are physics, chemistry, psychology or medicine, literature, and the big one, peace.
Okay.
So that's like the most like known, right? That's the one, like the Nobel Peace Prize.
It's interesting that, I mean, you take me wherever you want to go.
No.
I just thought it was interesting that medicine is lumped in with psychology.
How so?
Like yeah, they are somewhat related, but I feel like they could stand as their own 2 distinct group of prizes.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Does somebody find a different way to deliver like a compound into your bloodstream or whatever, some kind of biological mechanism? Or did they discover maybe just brain chemistry feels different to me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like psychological methods in which, you can help, kids with something, you can help them learn better, something like a different technique. That feels a lot different than drug transport. You know what I mean?
When you put it in those like different wheelhouses, for sure. Like, yeah, I definitely get that.
But maybe there's just,
I think maybe they're just under this bigger umbrella that can encompass both of them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah. I'd be curious to hear like how many times somebody got edged out, because
I'm sure it's more than
the psychology guys took it from them.
Yeah. Cause, just kind of bouncing around, talking a little bit about the Nobel Peace or just the Nobel Prizes. I thought it was crazy that, which you get nominated, right? And then those nominations, so it's like they don't come out until a later date, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading that some of them, like, they're just kept that secret for like 50 years.
Oh.
So it's like
weird.
You get nominated and then they like investigate it and all this stuff. And it's all these people, like, it's just a small group of people that do it with like their workers.
Okay.
And they all keep
kind of a fun job.
Yeah. They just literally keep it secretive, and they're digging into who actually deserves it or what are their What are their qualifications? Okay, now you gave me this. Now I got to compare it to this person. Like,
how does that stand out against your industry?
Yeah. So I was just like,
that'd be a tough job. It'd be pretty cool though.
That's crazy because I think it's like, I think it was like 5 people, 5 like permanent staff,
employees. Yeah, okay.
Employees, right? And then they employ like different people like to help them like research,
temporary research. Yeah, okay.
Bring in stuff like that.
Because you're going to need to get experts in different places.
Yeah, so very fascinating stuff, like on just how they even begin to do that. Which I didn't dive into very much because it's like I'm sure that's a whole nother like whole other system of like who nominates, because like
I don't nominate nobody.
Exactly. They pick out I think it's 62 people get picked, and it's like people in parliament, people in schools, like school districts, just if elected officials, like a bunch of like heads get elected, but from top to bottom, and they're like nominate somebody. It's just like random,
weird,
random. I'm putting like air quotes. But
it's a wide survey.
Yes.
Right. It seems randomish, but it's probably calculated to cast a wide net.
Exactly. So it's like they're always switching up, and then they get to nominate people. So it's like even being selected to be a nominator
would be kind of fun.
It's like an honor and privilege kind of, right? Because you're just like, oh shoot, I'm important enough to be chosen to choose somebody. Like they recognize that I am in this world. To be able to nominate somebody,
an expert enough in your field to know who stands out.
But the other side of that coin, does that kind of sting a little bit? Like you're
not good enough to win, but you know who could win.
Yeah, and I think
it's a different thing.
Yeah, but I think it also some of the nominators are is that how you say it?
Sure, yeah.
They are past winners as well.
Oh, okay.
So
sure.
People that have already won, that kind of, they are, like you said, they're truest experts. They've already won the prize and all that stuff. So, but I want to talk about Alfred, and how this Nobel prizes came to be.
Yeah, because I only vaguely know this story, and I've never bothered to look into the details.
Yeah.
So,
so he was going through a newspaper, as one does, I believe, in like the 1880s.
It was hip at the time, man.
Yeah,
just cruise through the papers.
Just kind of flipping through those pages.
Oh yeah,
scrolling through them pages.
Those huge pages, trying to scroll them.
So it's 1888. He's reading in the newspaper. And in the obituaries, he's reading, and he sees that it's like an obituary for his brother that passed away. And
wow, I guess that's maybe how you'd get news in 1888.
That his brother had died, and the people that are writing the obituary wrote, it was in France. And I'm going to butcher this, but I'm going to try it.
In French? Okay. French. Let's see it.
Le marchand de la mort est mort. That is terrible. I know. Which translates.
I love that you tried, Daniel. That's just to put yourself out there like that. I love that. That was cool.
Maybe I didn't do it as elegantly, like le marchand de la mort est mort.
Do you want me to tell you like the secret that unlocks French?
What's that?
You don't pronounce the last letter of any of the words unless the next word starts with like an S or an R.
Oh my gosh.
You went hard on the T's, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I did. It's my nature.
But I love that you did. Look, so what did the merchant of something is dead?
The merchant of death is dead.
Oh. Who is his brother?
So,
it's like a serial killer? Who would be the merchant of death? Ooh, cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
He sold cigarettes. No. 1888? War or something? I don't know. This is my guessing game. I put it upon myself.
No, yeah. I like it. I like
there we
it
go.
because
The Merchant of Death. Okay. I would say, like an arms dealer would be a good one.
Yeah, exactly. And he looks at that and he's just like, my God, they think I died.
Oh. That makes so much. I get it. I'm putting, because the one thing that I know about him is exactly that makes, wow. Okay.
So he sees that. He sees that obituary and he thinks, they think I died. This is the legacy that I'm leaving behind.
Wow.
I will be known forever after I pass as a merchant of death. So
Because
he is the inventor of so many weapons of war, including TNT.
yeah, I was gonna say that's the big one, dynamite.
Dynamite. No, you're right. No,
TNT
no,
is
it's not dynamite. Yeah, dynamite. Yeah, he's a big.
Yeah.
He's the guy that made dynamite.
Huh. Yeah.
And
I think, wow.
So
okay.
So as soon as he sees that, it like changes his perspective of what he's gonna leave the world behind. And
His first thought wasn't, "Oh, my poor brother." Maybe it was his first thought.
Maybe it was.
We're just getting the filter.
Yeah.
That's like his, because that's what they're going to ask him is like, how did you come up with this idea? And he's not going to be like, whatever. He's going to skip to the part
right
where he, the punchline.
Right. So
his poor brother. Okay.
So then we kind of have to go back. Why is he called the Merchant of Death?
Uh-huh.
Right. I know we already said kind of dynamite. Well, his father had always been a big entrepreneur.
Okay.
Like he was big into like trying to like be rich, be a good entrepreneur.
Okay.
Fortunately, he was not. But
okay.
He did develop like the oh my gosh, you're gonna have to help me. The things that are in water that protect the bay from ships coming in.
What do they call those? Like the X-shaped things? Those ones?
No, the ones that are floating in water, like kind of like a buoy, but
like
underwater. And if they hit it, they explode.
Like a sea mine, I guess.
Yeah, like a sea mine.
Okay.
So
like in Finding Nemo?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. The balloons.
Yeah.
So his father, where they made, that's what they made, right?
Huh.
So then he got into that, but then wars inevitably end, right? And they go out of business because they like put all their eggs in one basket. It's
hard to sell sea mines to civilians.
Yeah. So they fail, and then another war starts up. His father gets something else. Then they like lose money again because like wars ebb and flow, right? Like even small battles and stuff, right? So he gets interested in chemistry like from when he was young. He's like very interested. He studied chemistry in Paris at St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg, Paris?
And St. Petersburg, sorry. In Paris and St. Petersburg. That's my bad.
Okay, cool. That's pretty diverse.
Yes.
Although in 1800s Russian, this is really interesting. Like this, I'm so sorry to just interject.
No, you're good.
Just to drop like some random facts. The two main like before the Napoleonic era, even the main languages in Russia were Russian and French. So that's what like the aristocrats spoke in Russia was French.
Mm-hmm.
So like books like War and Peace, like the Leo Tolstoy and these other guys were written in French, not Russian. So I just thought that was interesting.
I have actually never read War and Peace. Have you?
It's a journey. It's if you've never read Russian literature, it's different. Any Russian literature, yeah. I'll tell you about that one sometime.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
You're gonna have to teach me up on that one.
It's a big one. I got a copy around here somewhere.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But he he became, while studying, he became really, really fascinated with nitroglycerin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it started, his fascination, because it was incredibly powerful, but very, very unstable, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize, like before looking at this, I know that word nitroglycerin, right? I know it
Sure.
goes boom, right?
Yeah.
I didn't realize how unstable it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like jolted the wrong way, boom, you're gone. And I was like, holy cow.
Doesn't if it gets wet too or something? Or is that just something out of a movie? I don't know. That's what I don't know. As a kid, I was afraid of a few things. the Bermuda Triangle.
Right.
And touching dynamite with wet hands.
Well,
was on the list.
I'll tell you why you were wait.
Or TNT or something. I don't know.
No, dynamite. When did you have access to dynamite?
No, I never did. But when did I have access to the Bermuda Triangle? It was just one of my irrational childhood fears was.
I'll tell you why you were afraid of dynamite. We can.
Okay.
Dynamite, although because of nitroglycerin, it's unstable. Uh-huh. First of all, Alfred invented the blasting cap to safely detonate nitroglycerin.
Cool.
So, maybe it's still volatile, right?
Sure.
But at least you can now ignite it.
In kind of a controlled way.
Okay. Exactly.
Okay.
So he invented the blasting cap. So a lot more controllable way of setting off the explosive. Woo. Still unstable, right?
Big whoop, Alfred.
But then, like in 1867 to 1875, that's a big era for dynamite, right?
Okay.
That's where he starts. He actually made dynamite in 1867, mixing nitroglycerin with an absorbent substance, diatomaceous earth. I don't know.
Oh, how do you pronounce it? Whatever. Spiders don't like it.
Yeah. It made it safe to handle.
Weird. Okay.
So basically, but why it's dangerous, why you have that concept of wet hands, dynamite equals bad.
Yeah.
Is because it was that substance, what it is, it's very absorbent, right?
Uh-huh.
So it absorbs the nitroglycerin.
Uh-huh. And
the reason it made it safer is because when the nitroglycerin is just by itself in its liquid state, it has little bubbles all around, all in it, just naturally forming, right?
Okay.
And if there's any type of cavitation, just even the pop of the bubbles can set off the chain reaction to just make the whole thing explode.
Neat. Okay.
Explode. So this substance actually can absorb, I can't remember the exact number, so please go look it up. But it can absorb something like 30 times itself.
Sure.
So it can absorb a big amount of liquid. So it absorbs it. So it eliminates kind of like the bubble cavitation aspect of it. Plus, with the blasting cap, you can still have enough energy to still set off the chain reaction.
Okay.
Which made it a lot safer because beforehand, just having the blasting caps and the nitroglycerin, factories were still kind of like blowing up.
Yeah.
They really were. They were on the verge of like, they're like, nope, we can't do this. Alfred's factories were shutting down left and right because it's too dangerous. And they shut down because guess what? They're no longer there. So other people were like, we don't want this anymore. So then when dynamite came in and he basically showed up with a stick of dynamite in his back pocket and showed him like, dude, this is safe. They're like,
run and hide.
So then they started using dynamite, and dynamite's so much safer. It's inert. Or the stuff that's bonding with the nitroglycerin, it's inert itself.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're being able to use it. But then there were instances where ships were being just blown up.
Whoa.
They're just blowing up, or things by the coastal sea were being blown up, even with dynamite. And they're like, what is going on? Well, that stuff is so absorbent that when it meets water, it starts absorbing water, moisture in the air.
Sure.
Which once the water gets in, it starts pushing out the nitroglycerin. So the dynamite is sweating nitroglycerin. Weird. And it goes back into its volatile state. And that's when it sets it off. So that's why I get the fear of putting wet hands on dynamite. That is a very real fear, my friend.
Why was I afraid of that like second grade? Explain that one, Daniel.
I don't know where you thought you were going to get dynamite from.
I don't know what's so worried about it.
But it's a very real fear.
Man alive.
I'm glad that.
I was a weird kid. Was is probably the wrong. I'm still weird. Anyway, we're afraid of what we're afraid of. It's fine.
But I think that one's justified.
Yeah, right? Tell me about it.
Especially terrifying. Here in Colorado, where as we talked, there's mines and everything.
Mines. Okay, cool.
So like,
this is way more plausible and reasonable than the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes, in my mind, yes. It truly is.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you never know, like, if you're walking down, the streets of where you grew up, and then all of a sudden this truck rolls by, just heading towards a mine, and then all of a sudden just like hits a bump, and then boom, this big old little bundle
right into a puddle right in front of my wet hands. Boom. Dude, you just never know when it's gonna happen.
Little McKyler, what does he know? He just sees dynamite,
and I'm like, oh, catch that. Whatever my instincts kick in, I'm just snatch it out of the air with my wet hands. That's the end, man.
But after this was all happening, so the reason why Albert made dynamite, besides the fact that nitroglycerin fascinated him, he actually lost his another brother.
Oh, okay.
To an explosion of nitroglycerin.
Oh, yeah.
So he was like
motivated to tame it,
yeah, to make it safer, easier to handle, so it wouldn't happen again.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty cool.
Once that happened, he was like, "No, we need to do something else. We need to make it safer, because like we can't have this happening. Like it's sweating out. We can't do that." Mm-hmm. So in 1975. He improved dynamite by getting the nitroglycerin and nitrocellulose. I swear I practiced these words beforehand, and it's just not happening.
On the drive here?
No, like all
when you ran your marathon last Saturday?
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, this.
You got to do something when you're running for 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to keep your mind occupied for sure.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I bet he gets so bored.
Dude, honestly, it's like, this side note, guys. A few days ago,
Saturday,
this past weekend, I just got up and ran 21 and a half miles. So
just like that, folks. Just like that. The guy who said that he's not good at running last week.
Well,
we talked about it. Yeah.
But no, it's very crazy. I do listen to music, but the music is just kind of like white noise when it comes to those distances.
Yeah.
Like I don't pay attention to the lyrics or even the music. I don't even notice it's there until like I hit a stoplight. Well, because I'm not chancing myself going across a stoplight without the crosswalk on my side, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially in the city, I never chance it, so I always wait. And that's when I notice the music's still going. I'm like, oh look, music's still going. I'm like, oh, this is
you're something else, Daniel. That's all I would say.
But yeah, you get a lot of time to think, which is crazy. So you guys need a little time to think. Go run. Just go run.
I think for like 4 or 5 minutes then.
Hey.
It's better than zero.
It's better than zero.
I'll take it, man. Anyway, I totally disrupted you.
No, that's fine. So he started what that did, it created like a jelly-like explosive called blasting gelatin. So now
Best kind of jelly. Blasting jelly.
you can get basically it's nitroglycerin, but like putty.
Ooh.
So you can kind of like shape it.
Oh yeah.
To like mining, it was really good because then you can make it like
a snake and put it in the hole.
Put it in the hole,
whatever.
And then it solidifies to that shape.
Oh.
And then you can put your blasting cap still in there.
Huh.
And then
bam.
And
that's pretty cool.
It because it's like kind of like that like a Play-Doh kind of looking thing. It doesn't absorb moisture. It just stays what it is. So it made it a lot
very cool.
A lot better, and you could do stuff underwater now because it doesn't absorb that, and it doesn't.
I can touch it with my wet hands.
There you go. Maybe that's.
I was never afraid of
the
cellulose. What did you say?
Blasting gelatin.
Blasting jelly.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's the easy name, blasting jelly. But if you want the hard name, it's nitroglycerin and nitrocellulose.
There you go. Nice job, Daniel.
Woo! Getting it.
Welcome back to the episode of Daniel Pronounces Hard Words.
You have no idea how it's like, okay, I don't understand like the chemistry of this.
Sure.
But I still have to like kind of try to understand what it is, right?
Yeah.
So I was just like reading. And I'm like, what did I just read? And I'm like, I literally had to like get excerpts and be like, can I have it in layman's terms? Because I don't know what this means.
Brilliant. That's a really good use. That's awesome, man.
So
blasting jelly. Okay.
Blasting jelly.
Changing the game.
So in the 70s and 80s, because he has all these
1870s and 80s.
Yeah.
Not like hippie, whatever, disco times.
Yeah. And 1800s, not 1900s. So he starts expanding, doing all, dozens of factories across Europe, America, and they're just producing explosive and detonators. Like that's his game. Okay. Like that's what people are starting to really know him. Like
he changed the game. Of course he's going to be known for that.
Yeah. There's a story where he goes up to, I believe it's the Italians, and tries to sell them dynamite back in the early days of dynamite.
Okay.
And the Italians like, why? Why do we need like that minor stuff? Like
you and your dirt critters.
Until Germany starts like throwing sticks of dynamite at the Italian army.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And that had never been seen in war before. Like,
wow.
Like that amount of mass destruction.
Yeah.
Just in war. Just.
Oh yeah.
Like 1 second, there's the ground. Next second, there's a hole in the ground. There's just like you see that in construction and
power.
Like, yeah. So the other reason he made the blasting jelly, I forgot to add that in, is when he made dynamite, because of the inertness of the other material to use to absorb it, it made the dynamite not as powerful.
Oh, okay.
So the blasting jelly, I don't know if you've ever seen it. Magicians use the little tricks, like when they like light something on fire and they go, and like it like disappears, like the little paper.
Michael Scott does it when they're doing the intro. That's the song. The no.
Yes, and then yeah.
Yeah.
That's like cotton infused with like this nitroglycerin or the nitrocellulose substance.
Huh.
So basically the reaction is so powerful that it disintegrates all of it. The cotton, I'm saying cotton just so people can paint a picture in their head, right? So he basically used all that, like that same concept, to like make it a more so the inertia of it could be more powerful. Like there's no inert thing. So it was super effective. Like it was super effective.
Yeah. So he tamed it and then he made it
more
tame, but
efficient.
Wow.
Yeah. So going back to the Italians are like, we're getting swamped out there. Like,
Yeah.
what you need to help us. What can you do? All this stuff. And he was just like, okay, let's see. What is the biggest problem out there? Like what's causing troops to be defeated, or how are they,
Sure.
What's the problem? How can I fix it?
Okay.
Then he starts looking, and everybody uses gunpowder, right?
Sure.
Once they shoot their gun, gunpowder, plume of smoke. That plume of
smokeless powder.
That's when they find you and then set off a dynamite. So that's what he got working on. He started working on ballisite, smokeless powder.
Wow.
So he created the world's first smokeless gunpowder, which is still the formulation of what he made still used today.
Wow.
Which is insane.
Once you figure chemistry out, like it is hard to improve on something that works exactly as it's supposed to.
Yeah. So you can start really seeing why this guy is just like,
yeah. And it's like he's playing both sides. He's like, hey, here's your bombs. And they're like, how do we fight the bombs? He's like, more weapons. And yeah, I could see. Yeah.
But he is quoted, and I don't have the exact quote. Maybe I do, but I'm not going to look for it. But basically his view, which you can take it however you want. It could be a cop out or it could be his true view, right? He said that his weapons of war, quote unquote war, because he never set out to make weapons of war, right? His initial was to set out to make something safer, which became inevitably weapons of war.
Yeah.
He said that his weapons of war would more fastly end wars than politicians ever could.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay.
He says if you have a dangerous enough weapon, it will stop the other one from doing something, because then it's just going to be like...
I've heard that argument before.
Yeah.
It escalates quickly.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's when everybody's holding the big stick, we're just kind of, who the first one to strike is, nobody's going to survive that, basically, right?
Yeah.
That's what he was kind of saying. And like, so that's why he was painting it such a picture of merchant of death.
Yeah.
Because of the way he chose to talk about things or do things. And I think, I don't know, the more I read on him, the more I heard about him through videos, I don't know whether we could, like, I almost like he is human, but like I got a little more humanized for me in the aspect of he lost his brother to a terrible accident.
Sure.
An accident that he tried to fix.
Yep.
And once he fixed that, he still felt alone. So then he tried to find somebody for himself, somebody to fill that loneliness that he had, that science right now was feeding that, the emptiness.
Yeah.
The curiosity was keeping him. So that's why he kept inventing things. So he puts out an ad that he's looking for.
Yeah.
An older lady to be with that is sophisticated and smart. And he finds a lady. He finds her, and they walk about and they talk about intellectual stuff. So they're getting along very, very well. So they're just like, and he says for the first time in his life, he doesn't need the science to fill him.
Cool.
He's found somebody. But then he has to go on vacation, or not on vacation, or like on a trip. I don't know if it's business trip or what. And he comes back and he finds out that this woman has abandoned him for another man.
Oh.
So once he feels abandoned, he has nothing left but his science. So, so that's why he keeps going. So it was just like, it's just this guy who's trying to make peace with what he's got. Then he tries to fill his life with love. and that love leaves. It gets heartbroken, and then it's just like he keeps going. He's like, well, science is what I got, and science is what he does and what he's good at. So
yeah, science doesn't cheat on him.
yeah, so he just keeps going. So that's, I mean, he has a lot of us. I mean, he has over 350 patents total.
Jeez. Okay.
The other big ones besides the ones that we named, because the ones that I've just kind of named are like the big like war ones, because a lot of bad things have happened. I believe, if I remember correctly, that the biggest mass killing in the U.S. has not been done by guns. It's been by dynamite.
Yeah.
I think it was like a school secretary or something like that placed a bunch of dynamite in the basement of the school.
Wow.
On the supporting pillars, and then when school began, detonated them.
That's evil.
And then when the ambulances and parents inevitably came back to pick up their kids,
yeah,
he had a truck full of dynamite and set them off, like rammed the dynamite. So
wow.
And you know, this guy says he did not see his stuff being used for evil, but by making them safer, he made them more accessible to people.
I mean, talk about a double-edged sword, almost literally.
Yeah.
Wow.
But besides that, he's also synthetic rubber and leather, which leather, synthetic leather, maybe?
I guess. Pleather.
Artificial silk, gas meters, machinery designs, and early detonating cords and ignition systems.
Yeah, you gotta have some way to blow up your dynamite. Yeah,
so this guy, I mean, he had a lot. But towards the end of his life, he was getting sick. He saw he couldn't live with himself after seeing all this destruction, about hearing about that specific the school being blown up with dynamite. He just didn't want his legacy. It was tearing him inside.
Yeah.
Especially after seeing his earlier in his life, his brother's obituary and how he was going to be remembered. So he called his lawyer and rewrote his will before he died.
Yep.
And 93% of his fortune which
was probably pretty vast.
Yeah. I think in today's money, somewhere, I mean, which is not, it just seems so small compared to today, but I think it was something like 6 million in today's money.
Okay.
Which is still, but 93% of his finances went to go fund what we now know as the Nobel Prizes.
Very cool. Yeah.
He wanted his legacy not to be of death, but of something to build a better future.
Yeah.
Which some people say that maybe it is a cop out. Like he's just like, oh, I did so bad, let me do one last good thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe he actually did feel very resentful of like, I tried to do something good, but ended up doing something.
Yeah. I mean, there's some discussion to be had there of, I mean, he's a guy who figured out chemistry, not to take away his prowess, or let's call him his accomplishments.
Mm-hmm.
It's chemistry.
Yeah.
Someone else would have figured it out.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't know if that's some kind of fallacy of an argument to say that, oh, just because, even if he didn't, somebody else would have.
Yeah.
People are going to fight. People are going to go to war. They're going to find a way to get the upper hand in war. So at least he did something.
Yes. At least he did something to.
Because I would say overall, it's a good institution.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I did read that there's, a lot of controversy of who actually wins, because it's,
of course there will be.
Because it's all like, the person, like, especially for the peace one, it's a
that one's a little bit more subjective.
Yeah, it's very subjective. Like this person could be promoting peace for this area of the world, but this area of the world over here has to suffer for it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like it's a big discussion, but like you said, to his point or his defense, it was still well intended of like people who do good will receive this prize. I mean, and it's not just a medal, right? It's because the medal that they receive, I believe on one side it's his face, and then on the other side is 3 arms holding each other, saying for the good of humanity or something like that, or the betterment of humanity. But it's also, you know, not that the cash prize is everything, but I'm sure that goes to them to like maybe fund more of the whatever they're doing.
Yeah, and I don't know that people set out on their research to win the prize.
No, and I'm sure because, like I said,
it's not like the end goal.
No, and it's not such a high price that it's going to change your life. It's more the like I say, the status of it. Like,
sure, I've done awareness. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't know about that, you know, it brings to light certain things that may not, that may go under the radar.
Yeah. And so the first Nobel Prizes were awarded in 1901, 5 years after his death.
Okay.
And you may have known this, but I certainly didn't. They're every year on December 10th, on the anniversary of Alfred's death. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like on his death, like,
oh, that's when they award him?
That's when they award him every year. So
I don't know that I did know that.
I'm just like, that's
so
cool.
It's coming up.
Yeah, it is. It's super close. I'm actually kind of excited to maybe watch this year's, because like I've always heard them
tie in,
and just be like, oh yeah, that's happening. But I don't know. It's just like in my everyday life, I'm like, oh, what does that affect me? But maybe it does. Like maybe they're doing something crazy cool. Or
I'll tell you this one, Daniel. I think they definitely have the potential to impact you. Some of them, eventually, because the only one I know of, and I don't know why I remember it so specifically, but when I was in college, maybe I think they, whatever. I learned about it in college. I don't know when it was actually awarded, but the one in physics was awarded to the guy or the team or whoever that invented the blue LED. Like it's very difficult to make blue light.
Yeah. As we've discussed in other episodes, right? Have we not on the TV?
Did we?
I think we have, or maybe brushed on it.
Maybe. But in any case, this is episode 37. I've forgotten some stuff. It's very difficult to do that, but that's how part of that physics is how you get white LEDs. And look at what's in my pocket.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of them. Mm-hmm. So it's not possible without that discovery.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know, it's cool. And for me, it brings more light to something that's already on a big platform for me personally. Mm-hmm. And then, but also gives me history. Like it gave me history about it. I'm like, cause I've always heard that. I've always heard the Nobel Prize, all this stuff. Like,
and then they usually follow it up with a bunch of words that you don't know.
Exactly. So, but
like, oh, okay, good job for them. Whatever.
Like you said, I didn't know it was a person. I thought it was just like, that's the name of it.
Yeah.
I didn't know the connotations behind the person and why it came to be. And I thought it was really cool. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy wanted to do a 180 on his life. And not to say like, I don't know, not to like go into fantasy land and everything, but it very much reminded me of a fictional character when Mr. Robert Downey Jr. plays of Tony Stark.
Okay.
Like to put it in terms for like maybe somebody younger to understand, right?
Sure.
Or maybe if you just need another analogy.
It's a good reference. Yeah. That's a good one.
Like Tony Stark, he noticed that his weapons were being used for bad stuff, right?
Yeah, like the bad guys were getting them, and
so then
whatever. Yeah. He was an arms dealer.
Yeah, he was an arms dealer, and he realized how bad it was, and literally that's why he became Iron Man.
Yeah.
because he
He wanted to
realized
be a hero.
he wanted to be the hero and be
Yeah.
like, no, I don't want my legacy to be this of weapon and war.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now, like, I mean, you look around, every little kid wants to be Iron Man around here.
Yep.
And
He's popular.
And I'm sure a lot of people out there strive to get a Nobel Prize. You know, it comes from a person that was basically doing the same thing, but now he's like,
Yeah.
if I can get a Nobel Prize, I feel like I've done enough or just enough.
Sure. Yeah.
So just to having that status or just a goal to achieve
Yeah.
for those people, I think it's
Yeah.
awesome. So
It's nice to be recognized, especially on that level. It's very cool.
yeah. So I think I'm definitely tuning in
Yeah.
this December. I don't even know where. Do you know where they show it at, or is it just available?
NobelPrize.com.
Surely something like on Discovery
I don't know. Is there a way to watch it, like watch it live?
Let's see, where
stream it on Twitch?
Can I see
YouTube TV?
It's all the above. Watch.
Yeah,
Where
right.
can I see the Nobel Awards? Maybe.
Sure. Yes, you can watch it. It's through their oh my gosh, is it nobelprize.com?
Did you nail it on the head?
Hang on. .org.
Oh, of
That
course.
makes more sense.
Yeah, that
'cause
does make
makes
it.
more sense.
Yeah.
So it says that they will stream it on their website as well as YouTube. And it's on Swedish television.
You nailed it on the head. So, guys, I'm going to be tuning in. I don't know if you guys will be tuning in, but I'll tune in this year.
December 10th. What day of the week is that?
That's a month from now. Exactly a
It
month
is
from now.
month.
That's
It's a
Wednesday.
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 We might have to do a Nobel Prize watch party.
That'd be fun.
Cool. Anyway, yeah, it's coming up. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to pay attention about stuff that's going on anyway. So
Yeah, exactly. I think it's cool to learn. I mean, we're in this spot where we love to learn, love to
yeah,
listen and teach, I guess. That's what we're doing, right? Teaching.
sort of.
Sort of. We're
Maybe in a way.
we're
We're like teasing curiosity.
there we go. I like
Yeah.
that. Teasing curiosity.
Yeah.
Should we put that on a shirt? We don't teach.
We just those who can't tease curiosity.
There we go.
Just keep adding on to that one. We'll keep adding our taglines, and
There we
we'll just get a shirt full of our taglines. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll maybe I'll watch it. I wanted to ask you who won this year, but I can't ask that yet. So we'll just have to.
Yeah, because it
Maybe
hasn't
we'll just
happened.
do a follow up on it or something and get our take on it. But that'd be cool.
Yeah. Do you have any front runners that you think might?
No. I'll nominate you for the peace one, Daniel. Maybe there's still time for you to get in.
Oh no, nope. There's not. You have to get submissions in by February 2nd.
Okay, next year.
Yeah.
Next year's your year, man.
February 2nd.
vote for Daniel. If you can figure out how, go vote for Daniel next February.
That would be something.
They'd be like, no.
It's like, what has he done? Nothing.
Grew his hair out.
He's about to donate.
He's about to donate his hair.
Don't a lot of people do that?
That would severely diminish the prize.
If I got the Nobel Peace Prize for donating
your
hair,
hair, dude, people would be so appalled. Seriously, dude. Yeah, that would turn it into a farce, wouldn't it?
oh yeah, people would not take it seriously. And like, no, we're not doing this
Yeah,
anymore.
Daniel ruined the Nobel Peace Prize.
Now that I would wear that with pride.
You wouldn't want to change. Maybe in your later years you'll change your mind and
Well, there you go, folks. I learned a little bit about a person that I knew their name a lot about.
Yeah, I always knew, as far as I knew, Nobel Peace Prize was the guy who invented dynamite didn't want that to be his legacy. That's as far as I knew.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad that it was true.
Yeah.
That I didn't like have a whole foundation of what it is that's just completely wrong because I never bothered to look into it. So thank you for challenging my preconceived notions of how the world works.
Yeah.
And teaching me a little bit about something that comes up kind of somewhat often.
Right. At least once a year.
Yeah,
at least once a year. Twice, kind of, because of nominations in February.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So if you're really paying attention, I bet there's a list right now. They're like the final people. Maybe I'll go check it out when we're done here, but it'd be pretty cool to tune in.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, folks, we'll maybe tune in and maybe we'll invite you on watch party.
Who knows?
Who knows what we'll be doing by then?
Yep. Oh, what I wanted to tell you as on the way out as kind of maybe a plug.
Okay.
I don't like to. I don't want to overpromise anything, but there is kind of a parallel thing out there in the world. Some people consider it like a farce on the Nobel Peace Prize, but here's what it is. They award scientific research and discovery, like that whole idea of it, but for things that are just kind of completely, I don't want to call them unserious, because it's like something that doesn't matter as much as, like blue LED. That's like world changing, but they're things that people put their heart and soul into figuring out the science of. I'll give you an example, and then maybe we'll expand on it in a Patreon episode. Okay. I can't remember what they're called, so I apologize for that. But one of them recently, maybe this year, won the prize for discovering the proper ratios of cheese and like butter or oil to make cacio e pepe.
I have no
Which is cheese and pepper pasta. Okay. It's just a pasta.
It's just like the perfect ratio.
Yes. Because the problem is, and this is where the science explodes on it, and it gets so cool, is that there's a certain ratio of like the starches that come out of the pasta. And then when you add cheese, it does this thing where if you add the wrong amount, or you get the mix ratio wrong of it, that's what it is, of starch to cheese, it just forms like globs of cheese, and then you can't do anything with it, and it ruins the pasta. So you want like a creamy, spread out, like saucy cheese, but it wants to clump up and get stringy and gross and weird. So basically there's like this weird plot that they did of like it's a 2 axis plot of like starch versus cheese. And like then there's zones will tell you exactly what ratio you need to have. And it actually turns out of like you either need a little bit of starch or a lot of starch to your cheese to make it more forgiving. And so the trick is, I haven't tried it yet, but I want to, is you add cornstarch just pump up the starch, because, and Italians don't listen, but if you add cornstarch to your pasta and then you add your cheese, you're going to end up with a creamier cacio e pepe. Oh, maybe. So they won the prize this year.
Maybe the Italians already knew that and they don't want us to know.
It's an intuitive thing that Italians just, that's because it's a practice thing. You kind of know how to do the water and how much to do in this and that and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, there you go. It's an intrinsic thing that Italians know that now we all kind of know. And so maybe we'll explore that on a Patreon episode. So we'll make that the Patreon plug.
Yeah, there you go.
So if that sounds interesting, go look for it. You can find us over at patreon.com/doing learning. You'll also see, I don't know if we've ever said this on the podcast, you might see locked episodes if you're using Spotify. I'm not sure how they show up in Apple Music, but they're locked because those are the Patreon episodes. So I think you can sign up straight from Spotify. So should be somewhere at the top of the thing. You can go subscribe if those things sound fun. So you have any plugs, Daniel?
I do not.
The Nobel Peace Prize.
The Nobel Peace
Prize.
December 10th. On December 10th.
Cool,
come learn with us a little bit more about that. Maybe you'll meet your new hero or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Something that's going to change your life in 20 years.
For sure.
Cool, man. That was fun.
Guys, I did a fair amount of research. There's a lot more research that
You
could have been.
practice your words.
I practiced my words,
Good for
guys.
you, Daniel.
It was
They're
hard.
awesome.
They're hard.
They were hard words.
But as always, guys, don't take our word for it. Do your own research and stay curious.
Goodbye, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
It's the end.
Oh.
Hey, everybody. We just like to take a moment to thank everybody out there that has thus far supported us. We do all these recordings, and we love doing it. We have fun doing it, but we are paying out of our own pocket. But it does help when people like Liz D, Seth T, Irvin H, DaDog, Miles T, and Kirk K help us make this little podcast a reality and, lighten the load a little bit. So thank you from both of us and all of the fans. Thank you for helping us make this a reality. And if you guys want to help be part of the Doing Learning crew, you can do so by going to www.patreon.com/Doing Learning. I don't know why I said www.